So Adele asked, who is the one who stops identifying with the mind? Just a thought that came up as a topic. And yeah, that's a really great question. So if Adele is in the Zoom room, she can put her hand up just so I can look at you when I answer the question. But if you're not, then I just answer it. So who is the one that stops identifying? So it is the mind. So the mind, so you go off into thoughts. So you start saying like, I am bad, like Lisa suggests these practices and I don't do it. And then it evokes shame or it evokes the thought, I am bad, and then shame arises. And then who is it that notices that's happening? So there is the pure awareness that notices everything, that is this pure watching. And that notices everything without thought. It's just watching, it's just conscious of everything. And it's not even separate from anything, so it's not conscious of, it's not aware of, it just is everything. And when you're resting in that, there is a watching of everything, but not being of everything. But when thoughts of doership arise, then it means that most probably there is some form of seeking and some form of identity arising. So when it says I am bad, there can be this ego thought that arises, and it could be a working thought, and it could be an ego thought that says, that's not true. And then from saying that's not true, that can stop it in its track, and then there can be a returning to being, returning to presence. So it's interesting, isn't it? That it's the mind that breaks it. And when that break happens, then there is a resting in self. It's not that somebody comes back and rests in self, it's that the illusion of you gets broken and then there's resting of self. And there might still be identification there, so that self might be limited. It might be the awareness, the consciousness might feel like it's in here as opposed to all things, but there's less identification in that moment. So the coming back to self isn't someone. The leaving self is someone. And then the one that questions that is someone. It can be identity or it can be a working thought. It pops something, it pops a balloon, it pops an illusion, and then you go back to your natural place, which is the observer, which is presence, which is beingness. All these practices that are suggested, in non-duality are so wise. So Ramana Maharshi would say, that the problem with regular meditation is that you're meditating on an object. So you're meditating on a mantra, you're meditating on a word, you're meditating on the breath. Whereas the meditating on the I am isn't meditating. Because who is the one meditating? It's like coming back to the source, to the precipice. And this is why Ramana would say, it's the ultimate meditation, it's the true meditation. I mean, all teachers claim that. I wouldn't claim that because I'm nothing and nobody, and what do I know? I'm just speaking. But luckily all these teachers before said it. And Ramana, I noticed that when he said it, he also claims it from other teachers as well. He doesn't say it as if he's saying it. He's like, the sages say, the scriptures say. But it's not that it's not truth, because that's what happened here. That's what happened here.